Hey everyone, it is Havo High here, bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. We are on JP and we're going to be breaking down the brand new Dokkan Festival exclusive Piccolo. We're going to do some team builds, some fun basic stuff here, have a good time with it. So if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff, and always a shout out to DBZ Space and the Dokkan Wiki for info and images provided. Let's go ahead and jump into this. The card arts here, the one to the left is the SSR, that's the one you want to summon, and then it's going to TUR into the transformed or fused, however you want to call it, Dokkan Festival exclusive Piccolo. And I think the card art looks incredible. That background looks amazing with Kami and Piccolo in the back there. So let's go ahead and jump in and break down this unit here in this card here. There is actually one huge mistake in this card, in my opinion. I think everybody agrees with this, is because this is just a Piccolo, right? And we've been complaining about this in Dokkan, that Piccolo, all he has is the Piccolo name, and in Dokkan you can't run multiple same name units on a team. Thus this unit here pretty much disregards all the other Piccolos, because this unit's so much better than everyone else. It's unfortunate, really, what it is. So this is the fusion of God and Demon King Piccolo. They should have just put it in like parentheses, fuse with Kame or Super Piccolo or something to differentiate this unit so you can use other Piccolos, but you can't, and that is an issue. That is a little problem, especially in his category leadership. Speaking of which, by the way, he is a super physical type. His leader skill is Namekian's category Ki +4, HP and attack and defense 170% across the board, with a new category in Rivals, Ki +3, HP and attack and defense 150%. Now, the Rivals category is interesting. I think it's showing that it's like Goku's rivals, but there's one huge missing rival that's not on the list, you know, and that's Frieza. You think rival of Goku, that's like the first person you think of. Now, like Beerus is on the team, Beerus is on the category, Piccolo, of course, Vegeta, things of that nature. And there's some, you know, questionable ones. I'll point those out in a bit, but yeah, very interesting, the Rivals category there. Anyway, the Namekian's category, it is very, very limited. However, it provides that +4 to Ki, HP and attack defense 170%, which is, this is the only unit or leader that I've known that's a Dokkan Festival unit that is category Ki +4, 170% across the board, with a 150% category leader as well, you know. And I'll point out a couple other ones that are +3 to Ki in the main primary one, but not +4 to Ki, so something a little special there. So the super attack is this destructive wave. It raises defense, which is 30% increase, and this is unconditional. This thing is the Kaioken mechanic, but in defense, and it can just get stronger and stronger and stronger. So he'll be invincible after, you know, several turns here. So it's really, really great. You know, Piccolo being, you kind of see the other units more defense oriented. They kind of kept with that. Now, it causes immense damage to the enemy. The passive skill, a difficult choice, is attack and defense 100%, which is great. Recover 7% when HP is 77% or below, which I don't know if that can even happen with this amount of defense these teams are going to have. And then foresees enemies' super attack, which is great. You know, Jace has that ability, but this is the only Dokkan Festival exclusive that has the foresees enemy super attack. I would have thought like a Scouter Vegeta or something like that would have had the first one, but it's actually Piccolo. I don't know why, but hey, we'll take it. The active skill here is probably the reason why they didn't make the name Piccolo fused with Kami, because the active skill in it itself is the fusion with Kami. So fuse with Kami can be activated at the start of the 4th turn when HP is 70% or above, and there's another Namekian's category ally on the team, and that should be no problem. Funny thing is, as a support unit, the physical Kami, you should probably just always run that, the World Tournament one. Make sure that that unit is always with you. I think, yeah, he's World Tournament you can summon on, right? You can't get him on a normal banner. I don't think so. Anyway, so fuses with Kame here, it is an active skill. However, it is going to remove that defensive boost. So, you know, raise up the defense as much as you want, and then when you're ready to just go on a attack onslaught, then you go ahead and fuse with Kami here. So I'll show you what the transformation looks like in a second. with the fusion. Now the link skills: Z fighters, experienced fighters, Namekians, Brainiac, shocking speed, cold judgment, and fierce battle. Cold judgment's really nice. It's a plus 20 to defense, and he does link really well with the new AGL nail, and we'll see that in a second in the team builds. But then shocking speed is the primary key link on here, so make sure you do look for units that have shocking speed. Categories: huge disappointment. Namekians and Rivals are the only two categories on here. They didn't put full power. They didn't put transformation boost. I would have loved to see Realm of Gods because of Kami. I think they could have did so much more, but they're just really limiting this unit here to just Namekians and Rivals. I don't know why they ended up doing that. So the key meter, it's 150% SA multiplier. The HP is 19,000, attack is 16,1, and defense 10,000, and 10,9 is the defense there, which is, it's solid in itself, but when you start raising it 30% every super attack, it's going to get pretty nutty. So when he fuses with Kami in the 4th turn, this is what he actually turns into here. So this is the fusion. You can call him, you know, the nameless Namekian or Super Piccolo or whatever. They could have just did Super Piccolo for this unit, and all things would have been fine. It's a shame. So the super attack, like I mentioned before, it does change the defensive boost into now it greatly raises attack, which is a 50% increase in the SA multiplier. This is Light Grenade, which looks incredible. If you haven't seen the super attack, I did the video on that. It looks great. So this is for 1 turn, immense damage to enemy, and then on top of that, right? They could have just did that, raises attack for 1 turn, but it's also a 50% chance of stunning an enemy. This thing is like built for SBR or even the Legendary Goku event. Man, this is a really, really great unit when it comes to that super attack, having this multiple ability there. So a stunner and greatly raises attack here. So the passive skill is Namekian's power. Its attack and defense increases to 120% versus 100. And then, like, the defense isn't strong enough, they're going to create a reduces damage by 40%. Really? Like, you really don't need that, right? Basically, that is a automatic Whis item being used for Piccolo. So he should be taking like 1 damage every time he gets hit. So raises chances to perform a critical hit by 40%. The more HP remaining, the greater the chance. And then recovers 10% HP when 77% or below. And then continues to foresee the enemy's super attack. So really great. Overall, it's very nice balance. A lot of all pluses. There's not really a throwaway passive skill there. So link skills stay the same, categories stay the same, unfortunately. And yeah, so I think this is a really, really fun unit. Somewhat disappointing because of the name and the categories, but I think the super attack and the passive skills really, they did a good job on those. So now let's take a look at maybe the future of the 170% Dokkan Festival exclusives. There are only 4 right now that have a dual category plus 170% across the board, HP, attack, and defense. And 3 of these, the Cooler, the Hit, and the Go Fist there, it's 170% across the board, but only plus 3 to key. Piccolo got a bonus somehow, plus 4 to key there. And then 3 of these here have the 150% secondary leader skill. Cooler does not. It would have been nice to have Metal Cooler have that secondary leader skill on there. I don't know what they're doing with Metal Cooler, but anyway, we should really expect that strength would be the next one they're going to do, whether it's extreme or super type. Category key plus 4 or 3, HP, attack, and defense 170% across the board with a secondary leader skill. There is one more unit that has a dual category, and I guess Metal Cooler doesn't even have a dual category because I think it's just AGL, right, or extreme types. Anyway, the pattern is what I'm looking at. LR Gopunks is a 170% category leader, so across the board. So but he doesn't really fit. It's a LR in general in any way. So but the next Dokkan Festival exclusive will probably be a strength unit of some sort with 170% across the board. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to some team builds and see. And these are just fun team builds, nothing too over analytical, just give you some ideas you can play around with. So let's go ahead and start with the obvious one, and that would be Namekians only, right? You want to use the 170% across the board plus 4 to key on Namekians here. Now, the 1-2 punch on this, for all the teams, if you're going to run this team here, is going to be the new physical Piccolo with the new AGL Nail. They do great things together. They got shocking speed together. They got cold judgment, which is 20% to defense. Like they need more defense. This is on top of that additional 20%. So really good 1-2 punch. The rest is it's kind of hit and miss, except for Kame, Nail, and Piccolo. They all work together and they will all be on these teams. Those three are kind of must-haves, and the rest you can just throw in Namekians or rivals on here. But this is Namekians only. You have Demon King Piccolo, you have the Universe 6 Namekians, and then you have Lord Slug. So that is a team that you can run here. I would think this is not very optimal, but you know, when I run it, we'll have a good time. We'll have a good time with the Namekians team. So you got that +4 to key. Remember, you got that extra +1, so it should help out. The next team you can run is focusing on Shocking Speed. Shocking Speed is the key link for all these units except for the Kame. Kame is already a support unit in itself, gives +2 to key there. So this all has also the hard-hitting units, the hitters, have Fierce Battle. So Fierce Battle and Shocking Speed is the focus on here. Here's a big miss, I think. I don't know why they did this. So, right, we talked about Frieza not being on the rivals category, right? That was the issue. When was the androids, or MVP 17 or 17 in itself, or 18 in itself, when were they ever rivals of Goku? Right? I don't get it. I don't know if rivals is the correct translation or what it is, but that's kind of interesting. Now Beerus, you can say he's a rival on there, but you would go, wait a minute, why don't I have LR Beerus on this? Right? It would work the same. No, it wouldn't, because he's not on the rivals, because I guess of Whis is on the card, so they just left him out. That would have been great if you could have run the one of my favorite 1-2 punches in LR Beerus and EZA Beerus on this team. I think that this team would have been incredible if that would have happened, but they left up LR Beerus on here for no apparent reason, and that's a shame. So mistakes are being made here. So, but MVP 17 helps out with defense and some key buff on there, and of course also has Shocking Speed. So when he's on rotation, you should not have any key issues, because we're not even running LR, so we don't need 18 keys. Just 12 is good enough. The next team you can run is Vegeta, right? So like I mentioned before, your Piccolo, your Nail, and your Kame is going to stay stationed, and you're just going to add some Vegetas, and you can add whatever Vegetas you want on this, because you know what, all Vegetas kind of, you know, link fairly well with each other, you know, not too bad at times. Majin Vegeta maybe being the exception. He really doesn't link well with anybody, but you can do Vegeta Blue, EZA Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 EZA. You can do the cooler one on the flex position. If you have LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Transformer Vegeta, just use them as main rotation along with Nail and Piccolo, and then float everyone else. So this would be a very, very fun team. I would think this would be the ideal team. The best team to run would be kind of a Vegeta Piccolo mix, and you can probably add like a EZA Beerus or something to it, or MVP 17 or something like that. It could work out well there. So I mentioned this already, that this unit is very defensive oriented. Being a Piccolo, defense is a thing. But let's just go ahead and make a team that's all defense, right? This is probably one of the best defensive teams you can run at this point in time, and that's this defense right here. So you're using Piccolo, using Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which is in and itself, his defense is already solid right off the start, and the Nail MVP 17 provides that extra defensive boost on there. You have the tank himself, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and of course Kame. Kame is going to be your weak spot here. You can put another tanker, a person on this team here if you just want pure defense. Why not? This team is, you're going to get, after like 2 turns, you're not going to do any damage. It's going to be single to double digits at the most after this. So yeah, very, very good team all in all. And yeah, let's go ahead and just quickly recap it. We have Namekian's exclusive, we have Shocking Battle, Vegeta rules, and defense. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so that is in a sense my full breakdown and a little bit of team builds. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, got some insight with it, and yeah, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Again, thank you guys for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and we'll catch you next time.